everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm working in my napkin journal. I fancied doing that today, and that was the last page that I did with the hedgehog, and I've got this one. I've got quite a few pages left, and I've got another signature as well. So let's just give that a little fold down there. The two napkins that I'm working with are this one, which is the trees. I've used it before, I think, on my mini art journal. So I thought I've done that. I've already removed the backs from that, and I'm going to pop that on there. Probably not going to prep the page at all. I'm just going to pop the napkin on there. Probably more with the tops of the trees, not the bottoms so much. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, I should be doing that. And then the other napkin I'm going to use is this beautiful owl, and I fancied popping the owl on here. Probably, I think I've sort of tried different orientations, but it's probably going to go on somewhere like that. Now, if I take all of the backing off these and stick that on there, it's going to blend straight into here, and we're not going to be able to see him. Now, the alternative is to leave the backing on and put it down, but I think what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to take one of these squares, I'm going to peel off the backing and put it on some white card, and then cut it out and pop it onto the journal. So I think I might do that first, then it can dry while I'm fiddling around with the background. I just think that's the best way. Otherwise, if I don't do that, we're going to end up with it sort of just blending straight into the trees. You won't be able to see it's an owl. So I'm just going to cut this off here, and I have 3 other owls to work with at a future date. All right, let's separate this if it's not too difficult. Don't know how many we've got. Let's take that off. I think that's just it, actually, looking at it. Yes, there's 2 here and this one here. Now, what I don't want really is all of that. So I'm going to try and carefully remove it without getting too much water. I don't really want it to, that'll do. And just rip it around there. We don't need all that white if we can avoid it. There we go. I'm going to cut around it anyway, so I don't really know why I'm worried. So I've got some card here, and I think I'm just going to pop that on there like that. Oops, you nearly used white paint instead of matte medium, and I'm using matte medium. You could use Mod Podge, but I'm using matte medium. And I'm going to get it all over my mat. I don't mind, my mat needs a good clean, so not the end of the world. Let's try. I don't know how big this is going to be. Hopefully there's enough juice on there for that. And might as well put him near the bottom of the page since, oops. There we go. Down you go, mate. And we'll just put a little bit over the top to help him stick on. And then hopefully he can be drying while I sort the background out then. Whoopsie. Oh well. Oh my goodness, that's gone everywhere, including on my hands. There we go. Try and get his wrinkles out. He looks quite a youthful owl, doesn't he? I actually wanted him to look a little bit more babyish, a little less babyish, I mean, a little more regal, but for my plans. But I don't have a huge amount of owl napkins, so there, hopefully that will be enough. I'm going to let him dry, and then I can actually cut round him quite closely, I think. Let's just pop him over here out of the way. Right, next job is to get the napkin into here. what I should actually do, bear with me, I think I better just clean up that bit of matte medium, only because it'll stick to my journal. I don't want it pulling off pages and things. Let's just clean that up. Sorry about the squeaks. There, that'll do. Tell you what we'll do, we'll just put a bit of paper down to protect ourselves a bit. Right, so let's have a look. The owl's going to cover most of that bit of the bottom there, so it doesn't really matter too much. So I'm thinking maybe more treetops. I like that tree there. Right, I'm thinking as well that I could, I need to protect that a bit, the under pages, with something. Let me grab a bit of packaging. Maybe this will work. Bear with me. I'm just attacking an Amazon envelope. Oh, good job I did as well, because it's got a purchase in there that I'd forgotten about. Okay, let's just cut that in half. Right, let's slip that one under there. This is the lazy way of doing it. I would have got some baking paper out if I'd thought about it. I just don't want the napkin to stick onto the pages below. Right, let's crack on. Let's see if we can get this out now. Let's do that for now. It's probably oodled too much. Never mind. Get that out of the way while we're doing it. Right, that's got a nice generous cover, and hopefully I can get this. I kind of wanted that big tree in, something like that. Well, we are going to get a few wrinkles because that is just the nature of it. But let's see. We can't get that in there like that a bit. Yep. Okay, I'm slightly worried about this side because it's not fitting quite as well. That will have to do, I think. Let's grab us some more matte medium. I'm just going to smooth that over the top, and then I'll have to let everything dry. I'll cut out my owl, and then I will be back to placements, because it's going to be a really simple one this time, I think. I don't want to interfere too much. I like the tree napkin as it is. I don't, it doesn't need me to do much more to that. There we go. Put some more down here. Just hope we've covered everything. I think we have. Just be careful because we're beginning to rip a little bit down the bottom here. Not the end of the world, because I'm going to have to pull that bit off anyway. Right, I think I will leave that. And I'll cut the edges off when it's dry. Right, I've cut out my owl. He is here. I'm going to go round him. I haven't decided if I'm going to go round in black or brown yet, so I'm just putting that to one side. Now I have got a quote. Let me just have a look at my page. My page is here. It's not 100% dry, but it's quite dry. This is what I have got. I'm just trying to see if it's too long, whether I need to cut it. So let's just have a look at the page. Let's see if that goes somewhere like that. I'm gonna have trouble getting that to stick down there, but we'll think of something. So I'll get these the right way round. I think it goes with like that. I need to double check that. Something like that. And then that one, if these are too long is what I'm thinking, I might have to do something about it. That could go like that. These I've just printed with my, what they called, little hand printer thing. That could fit on there. Or I could split that one maybe. That is quite long. Now they're printed on clear, so I think I'm going to put them onto white, otherwise again I don't think we will see what that has to say. Right, if we had something like that, and then maybe something like that, we could go down here like that, and then in two places there. Yes, I think I'll split the last one. Now this is the first verse of a poem by a lady called Elizabeth Sears Bates. I don't know how you say that. Gerberding. She was an American suffragette, I think. Anyway, I will leave the whole poem and her name in the description box. So if you want to read the whole poem, please go ahead. And if you want to read up about her, I had to go and read up about her because I'd never heard of her. It's, it's kind of fascinating. I like learning things like that. And I'm going to split that. I mean, I could reprint this, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do that. And in fact, what I will do now, because I've done that, is just cut off the bits the extra white that we don't need. And I'll do that on all of those because it will really frustrate me if not. Okay, let's grab the rest of our bit of paper that had the owl on it. And see what these look like. I haven't used the clear ones. Well, I have used, I think, I'm just trying to give myself some room. Got there. There we go. Right, and because it's clear, I can't actually see where it's going, which is a bit frustrating. Stick that down. Crikey, I don't know how I managed to stick that wonky, but never mind. I think what I will do is just use the edges all the way around where I can. I think that would be the most sensible thing. I know I can just cut round it, but I'm lazy. There we go. Will that fit on there? Should do. I'm liking using this. It means I don't have to, well, I don't mind printing things, but I hate printing just one thing on a piece of paper. I do use the paper because I'm quite good at using scraps and things, but it just feels wasteful printing something, like one quote on a piece of paper. I contemplated getting my Cricut to do it because I'm getting good at using the pens now, and I thought I might do that. But then I thought, no, this is what we've got. We've had this label maker for ages, and I've used it for labels. And then I realised that you can buy, I think Might have been Trudy who said that she'd bought loads of the different tapes, and you can just interchange, you know, put them in. You don't have to use one up first, you can just swap them over, and that's really useful. So let's have a little chop around here now then. I'm hoping that I don't need to do much with these because they're on a card background, so they should stick quite well. I don't think the label will come off the paper. I don't need to glue that on. I'll have to. I'll tell you what, I'll save you from my fussy cutting. I'll cut these and then I'll come back. Right, I've cut those out now, and they're ready to stick on when we're ready. I think I'm going to go black rather than brown. Just because it's sort of like night, and I don't know. So I'm just going around him, but you see now that he's got a white background, you can see him. If you took the just put the napkin straight on top, it would blend through, and you would see the trees behind him, which, you know, not a bad look, but not the look I was asked for. Maybe if I was heading for ghostly owl or something like that. Hopefully he will stand out on there now. And I think what I will do as well is go around the outside. Oh, I might just trim this a bit. I ripped the napkin before it dried because I'm impatient and all of that, but I think I will just give it a slight trim. I might have to turn that. Whoops, didn't really want to chop the page. It's actually a little bit damp on the edge here, I must be careful. And there we go. Look a little neater, I think, if I do that. Right, how are we doing? Just a tiny bit there. I think that will do. Now, didn't do a very good job of that, did I? And then we'll go around here. I'm enjoying doing this napkin journal. I've had loads of napkins for ages, and you know what it's like. You don't have time to do everything all at once. Right. Do you know what I might do? I might fold that, because I think that will help to stick it in. Otherwise it's just going to keep coming off the page every time I do anything. Right, I'm going to use some strong glue. I'm going to use my Yoo-hoo on that. I think that will be the easiest way to get him to stick on. Like I said, I'm not doing a lot to this page. We're about done. I'm going to stick my quote on, and that's going to be it. Sometimes you don't need to do a lot. Sometimes some things you need to do more, some things less. I wanted to use these napkins and then I thought they look kind of go together. I need you to glue so that we can shut you. I'm gonna look for my Manky Bone folder, the one that I use for glue rather than paper. This page had got stuck together there. I had to rescue that a few minutes ago. Yeah, hopefully that will be okay. I don't know what's best to look. Right, put him there. I don't know if I'm going to shade around him or not, because I quite like, he stands out okay, I think. Right, let's look at these, because I'm still not 100% sure I'm not going to split this top one, only because of where it's going to go. I think if it will stick, I'll keep it long. Something like that. That is the plan. Oh, right, I'm trying to take the back off. Of course, it doesn't have it on there, does it? It's on card, so we'll just pop some glue on and hope for the best. This is going to be the worst one. Might just stick it on and hope that when we shut it, it will, oh, I can always add more glue if I need to. Perhaps it would have been better on paper rather than card. It would have, yeah, it would have been, because it would not have resistance. We would be able to like mould it around the spine. I hope I've stuck them in the right order now. I haven't really been watching. So like I said, the whole poem will be in the description box if you want to read it. I'll tell you what I don't like is that it's so wonky. Not sure I can do much about it now. That will do, I think. Right, I'm not going to fold that. I'm going to let them dry and see what happens. And if it comes off when it's dry, then I will put some more glue on it. But I'm hoping that will work. Now, shall I go around those? Where's my glue lid? Shall we go around that? We could use, I'll just use a pen, or we could use my Stabilo if I can find it. I have to start leaving this out because it's getting smaller and harder to find. Let's just go around it. And we don't have to add any water to it if we don't want to either. Just think it might help it stand out a little bit. Oops, I'm getting it everywhere. I quite like that. I think I'm going to call that done. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. I had fun doing that. Take care, have a lovely weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.